Good afternoon, world. It's Ivan Amara. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. About 4 o'clock, right? Who guys drew my video yesterday? Yeah. Did you clean your room yet, Ivan? No, not yet. I'll clean it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm off, so I'll clean my room tomorrow. Right now my room's a mess, but I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I have no energy to clean my room. Was today busy at Coco Fruity? For a Sunday, it was pretty busy, but usually it's busier than this. It was still a lot of work, man. Yeah, I had the other guy help me. I was working with my other partner, dishwashing partner, but it was still stressing, man. When I had to close, and it took me an hour and a half to close today. Again, yeah, I ended my break at 2. I ended at like 3:35, about 3:30. So it took me an hour and a half to close. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. Go free. Are you looking for another job? Yeah, I'm looking, but so far none of the places called me back. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my step-parents print my resume because the printer at home, the ink ran out. Have them print my resume, and I'm going to go to A&W's and Tim Hortons in Vanier. I'm going to apply there. Keep applying. And if I keep applying, I'm eventually going to get one of the jobs, right? Yeah. So you're exhausted, Ivan? Yeah, my body's done. That's why I can't go in the trunk. My body's too tired. Because dishwashing is tiring, man. Especially at home. For you, man, it's a lot of work. Fuck, man. So much work, yeah. It's a lot of work. Yeah, man. So I'm off tomorrow and Tuesday. I get tomorrow and Tuesday off. So I don't work Tuesdays at Denny's for now. They cut my hours. I only work once, so I get 2 days off straight, which is nice. But I'll ask the boss if I can work Thursday. That way I get more hours. I'll ask the go over the boss, can I work Thursday? I don't even mind working Tuesday. No, I prefer Tuesday off. Get Monday, Tuesday off, relax. And then Thursday I can work. But if he needs me to work Tuesday, I'll work Tuesday, the boss, if he wants me to work Tuesday, but I go for you know. That's why I make more money, right? Because I have to pay off that stupid welfare. I have to pay off Revenue Canada and Revenue Quebec for my taxes right now. I owe them $465. So far, I paid off $140 of that. But next paycheck, I might put maybe $80 towards it. That way I pay it off faster. You know. Yeah. And that's why the gates don't touch my money, man. You have me work blood, sweat, and tears for peanuts while you're making your choices around the world. These billions off the Zane's books for me and BJ. It's not for you guys. Family's not touching my money, man. Money is for me and BJ. It's not for you guys. You're not God. You didn't create this place, man. But you don't deserve to control my money. All the trillions in the world goes to you. And I'm not going to let you take me and BJ's billions. Are you crazy off my book? No way. So I'm saying, Visa, Ivan, how much money is me off your book, by the way? I'm like, VJ, you want to know? Yeah, I made $16.5 million. You made $16.5 billion off your book? Yeah. Ivan, we can build that dream 650 million house. Yeah, I'll put. If I make 16, I'll put 650 million towards my house. Obviously, yeah. Buy jets or yachts or clothes or cars. Build that dream 650 million house. I can fund Zanes for $2 million. A $700 million budget per volume. Looking at an amazing movie, yeah. I can get Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson out of the Hollywood system, and I can pay them more money than what they're ever making in Hollywood, and they get better perks, and I give them an unlimited budget for the Zanes movie. For the Zanes movie, Sarah? Yeah. Yesterday, what'd you eat, Ivan? Yesterday, I had my Dinty's food, my scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and I had one plate of beef with salad, and that's it. Yeah, because I did gain a little. Like right now, I'm like 264. I gained a little bit of weight because I'm eating. I had my cheat day. I ate the junk food. But I'm gonna do a thing where the day I get paid is like my cheat day. That's the days where I get the junk food, and the rest of the week I just eat my food at home. But today I'm just gonna have maybe like 4 spring rolls with maybe a salad, and that's it. That's good enough to fill me up. That way I fast a little bit more and I gain more weight. Tomorrow I'm not gonna eat any breakfast. I'm not gonna eat any lunch, but I'll eat dinner. 1 plate, and that's it. And that's how I burn calories, obviously. Because now I'm in the 260s, I might as well take advantage of my weight loss, right? I'm also taking my weight loss gummies. Yeah, I want to lose this weight and get my girlfriend, my first girlfriend in 30-something years. Why, have you never had a girlfriend in your life? No, I never had a girlfriend. Never even made out with a chick. Never had sex with a woman. It's all brand new to me. And that's why VJ is so overprotective. She doesn't want one to touch me because she's a crazy woman, even though she's a cheating whore. She bangs guys and sees guys behind my back. I'm not just doing that, VJ. No way. I'm getting my girlfriend if you're mad. It's too bad. I'm sorry. Karma's a bitch, right? What goes around comes around, right? Yeah, there you go. Ah, fuck. I burnt my fucking hand. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck, man. That's a real burn, man. Holy shit. I felt that pain, man. I felt that sharp burn pain on my hand. Fuck, that hurts. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, but you have a wife. Yeah, but my wife, Victoria Justice, is a cheating whore, and I'm 100% justifying getting my girlfriend. She knows it. Even though Victoria Justice is pissed off, she knows I shut off her good. She can't say shit. Like as you're gonna keep seeing those guys when I back up banging them, man. So I'm gonna get my girlfriend to do video. I'm sorry, man. Piss off. It's sorry. It's too bad. Karma's a bitch. There you go. I'm not gonna stay faithful to you while you're cheating on me and having all these moments, all these guys. Are you crazy? I'm getting my girlfriend too. I'm gonna get my moments too. There you go. If you're pissed off, I'm sorry. Karma's a bitch. Don't hate me. I'm saying, yeah. So crying and everything. Yeah, so try to play the pity game, but I know she's gonna keep seeing the guys. And the next day I'm gonna keep hearing her moaning, and so I'm gonna keep seeing the chick too. It's tough while I like them. Yeah, it's tough for me too, VJ. I like the chick too. Fuck you, I know. You want your full cake, VJ, but you're not gonna get your full cake. Because you're a crazy woman, Samsara. Yeah. Sorry guys, that burn really hurt, man. Holy shit. I can feel the sharp pain in my hand. A little bit of it, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I VJ's not gonna listen. Yeah, even as long as you're separate from VJ and she sees how she likes those guys, she even loves some of them, she can't stay away. She's gonna keep seeing them behind your back line, and that's why you're 100% justified getting your girlfriend. Because Victoria Justice is evil, man. She cries every Thursday, and after that, she goes and fucks the guys after that in their house. Hence why when she cries to me, I can't take her seriously, and I'm gonna get my girlfriend too. So there you go. I'm gonna have my own. Just like you're having moles behind my back with those men, VJ, you're doing that shit behind my back. I'm gonna get my girlfriend too, and if you're pissed off, I'm sorry. Karma's a bitch. You cry all you want, I'm gonna ignore you, man. Because you're a fucking evil, selfish woman, man. Yeah, you're fucking crazy. I think it's okay for you to have moles with guys and fuck them behind my back. It's not okay for me to have one girlfriend. You're crazy. I'm getting my girlfriend. I'm sorry, VJ. If you're pissed off, it's too bad. Karma's a bitch. So there you go. I'm sorry. You're gonna keep seeing the guys, VJ. I'm not stupid. I know you're seeing them. You can try to play the victim all you want. You're gonna keep seeing the guys, even as you give me hell, and so I'm gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna listen to you, just like you listen to me, right? You listen to me, I'm not gonna listen to you. There you go. Yeah. Sidetrack. Yeah. He's like, you made $16.5 million off your book. I'm like, yes, I did. She's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I know. $16.5 billion I make off the book. Yeah. 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 I do think you'll make the most money off your book. Yeah, most likely the book will do the most. I make the most money. I know I make my 16 billion off the book. The movie I make maybe my 8. The merch maybe my 4. The game I make maybe 10. 9 off the game. The book royalties might be my number one. The book might be number one, right, in terms of sales and profits, obviously, yeah. Yeah. Because for a book, everyone in your household can buy their own copy. But for a movie, you only have to buy one movie. And so it cuts it down. It cuts it down how much people order. I might have maybe 600 million 4K Blu-ray orders around the world. 700 million 4K Blu-ray orders around the world. Around there. The book maybe 700, but 700, 800, but more people are buying it, right? The movie I only had maybe only 400 million orders around the world, right? Because most people in the world have families, so you only have to buy one movie. It cuts it down. Yeah. There's 300 million people in the States. Maybe a good 50 million in America order my 4K Blu-ray. There's 40 million people in Canada, maybe about 8 million people in Canada. 9 million people in Canada, 9 million people in Canada order my Blu-ray. There's a billion people in Europe. Maybe a good 250 million people in Europe order my 4K Blu-ray movie because most people have families and roommates, so you only have to buy one movie. It cuts it down. You guys know what I'm saying? And the majority of the population is kids. Don't forget that, right? Yeah, it's kids, obviously. That's why I think the book will most likely be number one in sales, in money I make, or perhaps the game, but the book is probably most likely number one. I make the most off the book, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we own a beautiful house, man. Something like Incredibles Batman, man. That's why when the Zane starts walking to my house, they're like, holy shit, I meet you. This is your house? I'm like, yeah. They're like, holy shit, you have a nice place here. Even Eric Reza Hacker will be shocked. Ivan, this is your house? How much did you build this for? I'm like, I'm a couple hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, holy shit. I'm not going to tell them. I prefer not to tell you, but I built it for a lot of money. Holy shit, Ivan, this is high end. Yeah, they're all shocked. Those guys are average people, right? Yeah. I might make more coffee, guys. Yeah. If everyone in the world buys my book, I'll make my 100 billion plus. My 80, 90, 100. Me and Beach are going to make $100 billion off the book. Something crazy if the whole world purchases it. But it's not going to happen because the majority of the world are non-English speakers. And the people who don't speak English are not going to purchase my book. They can't understand it. And they're not allowed to translate it either, right? They don't have the copyright to do that. My book's copyright. I own the brand. You can't translate it without my permission. Yeah. I'm sorry. So it's the English speaking one. That's why it nails it down to 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 when I make all the book. That's why you say, I don't know how much you made off your book, by the way. I made $16.5 million. You made $16.5 million off your book? I'm like, yeah. She's like, holy shit. That's a lot of money, I know. We can build that dream like 650 in our house, I know. 650 in our house. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't believe your book is better than Lord of the Rings. Well, you guys read sections of my book, and when you read it, were you more hooked when you read my book compared to Lord of the Rings? I was more hooked. Yes, my book is a better book than Lord of the Rings. My stepmother told me Zane's is number one. Zane's is number one, man, yeah. Zane's is number one. I'm saying? Zanus. Putting my cold beer in my hand. Zanus is number one. Yeah. Yeah. Number one. Yeah. I'm gonna make my movie based off my novel, my masterpiece, The Last Hope for Zamus. One story told in 3 volumes. Yeah, I guarantee a lot of fans will say. Some fans might say they like every volume just as equally, right? Because technically speaking, Zanus is not three books; it's one book, but it's split into 3 volumes like Lord of the Rings. But it's one story. So arguing over what volume is better is kind of pointless because it's one story, it's one book. It's just divided into 3 volumes. I told you, my prediction is most fans will like Volume 2 the best. That will be their favorite volume. And then Volume 3, most likely the second, and the worst one is the first one. Because the first one is just a build up of the plot. Nothing really happens in the first one. Except for the prologue, obviously, and like that scene I showed you when Cash is like, we're in Eritaz territory and we're in his domain. That's the scene right before they get captured. Hence why Volume, and that ends Volume 1. And then Volume 1 also ends with Sirius, Tactius, and Papyri arriving to Saphius. And that's it. It's the build-up of the story of Volume 2, hence why it's the worst one. But some fans might even like Volume 1 the best. I highly doubt it. Volume 1 is by far the worst one. Because it's just the build-up of the story, right? Yeah, not much really happens in Volume 1. Yeah. Yeah. So why do you think Volume 3 is better, Ivan? Because Volume 3, that's when the scenes in Volume 3 blow your mind away more than Volume 1 and Volume 2. And it's a big climax of the story, hence why it's my favorite. In terms of climaxes, action sequences, the plot twist, and like blowing the scenes and the plot blowing your mind away, that's Volume 3. But you can argue Volume 2 has more polished dialogue. It flows a bit better, hence why you can also argue Volume 2 is better. So based off the flow of the dialogue and the quality of the dialogue, you can argue Volume 2 is better. But in terms of the big shit happening and like your mind being blown away, Volume 3 is better in that sense. Hence why it's like a back and forth. Some fans will like Volume 3, some fans will like Volume 2, but some fans might not like the fact that I took a different approach. I took a different tone and turn and an approach into Volume 3. Volume 3, you kind of get a different tone than Volume 1. Volume 2, Volume 1, you get the same tone. Volume 2, I take it on a different direction. You get a different tone. The story's darker. It's something that you didn't really expect. It's a plot twist. And some fans might not like that. That's why they might say, yeah, I like Volume 2 better. Volume 3 was amazing, but it was a bit raw. I think Ivan's writing was not as good in Volume 3 as it is in Volume 1 and 2. I like Volume 2 better. But there's some fans who'll be like, no, you're crazy, man. Volume 3 is the best, man. That's when the Thesis scene blew my mind away. I love that scene when they go into the caverns like Moria. That's fucking cool. Yeah, you'll see what I mean when you read the caverns scene. That's interesting in the beginning of Volume 3. I gave you foreshadowing hints when you read that section when you talk about the axis of Sapphirus. He says, we'll need as many men able to bear arms if we're going to wander into that cursed cavern. And you'll see what happens when you read Volume 3. I almost spoiled the story. That's why Volume 3 is my favorite. And the Ephesus scene will blow your mind away. That's why Volume 3 is my favorite. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Some siren? Yeah. Yeah. That's why looking at an amazing movie. Once the world reads my book, will finally hit their minds, holy shit. If Ivan turns this into a movie looking at the best movie you've ever made, yes. And I pour all that money towards it, a $700 million budget towards each volume. You pour all that money towards it, you're looking at the best movie you've ever made. People will tell me, Ivan, this will be the best movie you've ever made. This will top my Lord of the Rings. Yes, Peter, it will top your Lord of the Rings. And you gotta write a good screenplay, a good script. But I told you, if you follow the book, you're gonna get an amazing screenplay. Obviously, but I will be adding quite a lot of things and changing everything to make it better. But I'm going to follow the DNA of the story. I don't want Peter making drastic changes to the story with Mel Gibson, right? You need to follow the DNA of the story, Peter. Don't make drastic changes. Like having the woman fight the ancestors appearing in physical form in the war. Don't do that, Peter. It's about Tachys and Eretanic It's not about the ancestors. You're going to take away the spotlight from Tachys. You're going to ruin my story. And that's why I want to co-write with Peter. That way he doesn't make drastic changes to my story. Because if I give Peter the keys to the kingdom for Zanus and just let him do his thing for the script, he might make drastic changes and I might be pissed off. Peter, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're making so many changes to my story. You're going to ruin my story, yeah. Like you did for Lord of the Rings. Even though Lord of the Rings was a masterpiece, Peter did make a lot of drastic changes, whereby he even changes the plot of the story. Yeah. Was Peter faithful to the book? In terms of the DNA and in terms of the themes of Lord of the Rings and the main purpose of Frodo destroying the Ring Ring, he was faithful in that sense. But in terms of following the book, he wasn't that faithful to it. He made a lot of changes. As when I read Fellowship of the Ring, I was expecting it to be like the movie, and I was shocked. I'm like, this is nothing like the movie. There's so many characters and scenes that Peter cut out. Yeah, so many characters in Lord of the Rings that Peter cut out. Tom Bombadil, Goldberry, Old Man Willow, Farmer Maggot, Gildo the Elf, Glorfindel the Elf. He cut all those characters out. Treebeard's wife in Two Towers, the manager at the inn, that's all cut out. There's even other characters in Return of the King. Yeah, a lot of characters in Return of the King that he cut out. I forget their names. Yeah. He cut a lot of characters, Peter. Yeah, man. The movies are still masterpieces, though. I had no choice, man. Lord of the Rings is a hassle to adapt, man. If I followed it page word to word, we would have to do like a 6-movie trilogy. Yeah, if you follow Lord of the Rings word to word, if you follow a good 70% of Lord of the Rings, you'll end up with a 6-movie series. You can't cram all of Fellowship of the Ring into one movie. You just can't. There's too much information in there. Because Jared Tolkien has so many things going on every page. You can't follow word to word. Peter had to call a lot of things in the book to keep the story pacing. But for my movie, the book is easy to follow. Because, Ivan, your story is much more easier to follow than Lord of the Rings, man. Yeah. My book, you can actually follow it in a page-by-page basis. Lord of the Rings, you can't do that because so many things are going on every page. It'd be messy. If Peter Jackson were to follow 70% of what's in the book, the first movie would just be Frodo and them just walking and talking and meeting people, and that's it. And then you end it there. And then book 2 is finally when he gets stabbed by the ring rays, and then he goes to the ford with Glorfindel, I believe. Yeah. Peter made a lot of changes to the movie. Like in the movie, Frodo was a wuss. In the book, Frodo's not a wuss, man. Frodo stands up to the ring race. Says, "I read to you guys, right?" He stands up to them. He draws his sword. He stands up to the ring race. Whereas in the movie, he's a wuss, and Arwen takes him to the ford. Whereas in the book, I believe it's Glorfindel who takes Frodo to the ford. Is it Glorfindel? But Peter made the change that Arwen takes her in the movie. He made a lot of changes. I don't want you doing that. And Peter also did a thing where he takes dialogue that's spoken of from another person, and he puts it in the mouth of another character. Peter does that in the movie too. I don't want you doing that for Zaynus, Peter. Yeah, I don't want you doing that for Zaynus. I'm sorry. Huh? Yeah, we could change it, like Peter, man. You're actually pissing me off. I don't want you doing drastic changes to my story. We need to follow the story. I don't want you dividing the fan base and pissing off a lot of fans, man. Like, Zaynus is a beloved IP. The fans love my book. I want you to be faithful to the adaptation to the story, Peter. Don't make drastic changes. We can make changes, but not drastic changes whereby you're affecting the plot. So I'm saying, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to go upstairs and make a coffee for myself, guys. Back in a sec, a fresh coffee. Back in a sec. Let's give it a long way. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Alrighty, I'm back, guys. Went upstairs to make my fresh coffee. My room's a mess, but tomorrow I'll clean it. Yeah. Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up in the morning, maybe 8 o'clock, make a coffee myself, and I'll maybe work on a good, maybe 8 pages of my volume 3. Then I'll make a video around like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm off tomorrow, so I can make a video in the morning for you guys. Yeah. What movie do you think was the best, man? I think they're all equally going to be just as good. Just like it's kind of tough to choose which is the best one with Lord of the Rings. Like all three movies are very good movies, but everyone has their own preference over the other. But I mean, like I like Two Towers the best, but you can also argue Return of the King and Fellowship of the Ring are better. It just depends how the art hits you. But when I watch Lord of the Rings, Two Towers hits me the most. I love the whole thing when they introduce the people of Rohan, the people of Gondor, that beautiful Rohan theme, and they introduce Gollum, and you have the Helmsley War. I love that. Return of the King has more action and everything, but the wars are not as good. They're all rushed. And it's sad, and people die in it. Yeah, that's why I like Two Towers better. For me, it goes Two Towers, and Fellowship of the Ring is a close second, and the worst for me is Return of the King. Return of the King I don't like as much as the other two. I think a lot of fans are going to have a hard time choosing what movie is the best. Because Volume 1 will be amazing, Volume 2 will be amazing, Volume 3 will be amazing. They're all going to be amazing movies. I think Volume 3 will be the best. That's when you get the Exodus, like Prince of Egypt. And you get the big war and the cavern scene like Moria. And the plot gets dark and deep, the agony of Tactius. That's why you can argue. People might tell me, I think Volume 3 might be your best, Ivan. That's when the story gets dark and deep. I know, Peter. Yeah, what a masterpiece. Ivan, like, your plot blows your mind away, Ivan. How do you come up with this story? I don't know, Peter. I'm gifted, man. It's a gift. Like, Ivan, like, I enjoyed the book more than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. It's better than Lord of the Rings. It's better than Jared's Lord of the Rings, man. My book. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. Simsara? Do the Sullivans grow to have more faith in Tactics in Volume 3? You'll see what I'm going to be Volume 3. I won't spoil the story for you. Obviously. Yeah. But Lithia has the faith. Lithia is the only Sullivan who actually believes what Tactics is saying is true. Whereas the other Sullivans don't believe. They can't believe that the Prince of Zanes will be in the South, right? They can't believe it. Yeah, that's why I wrote a masterpiece. Amazing story. And so when you read in that scene when Lithia was talking to Belle, she's like, Lith, that's crazy speech. No one's the Arizanians wanting these parts. We're in the South. Even Belle's like, Lith, are you crazy? There's no way the Arizanians is in the South, man. What the fuck is he doing here? Yeah, the prince from Prince of Zanus doing in the South. The Saurons can't believe it. Because Lithia is Belle's best friend and Belle trusts Lithia with her life, she believes what Lithia is saying is true. She has a little bit of doubt, but she believes. She trusts Lithia. But Lithia is like the only one who really has the faith. She believes. Hence why in that scene when Cassie's like, that man you locked in the dungeon is my cousin, Taki's the royal heir, Prince of Zanes. She's like, I knew it to be true. You know what I'm saying? She's like, my name is Lithia, and then Eli's like, silence, daughter. Yeah, he doesn't like Tactius. He doesn't like the fact that Tactius could be the Prince of Zayas. Yeah, Eli doesn't like Tactius. Eli likes Tactius at first, but eventually he doesn't like him. It's actually funny when you read the end of Lithia chapter and you read that chapter, you'll see what I mean. I won't spoil stuff for you. Yeah. That's why you said silence, daughter. Yeah. Because he doesn't like Tactius Eli. That's actually funny, yeah. That scene was hilarious. I know. That was sick, Ivan. I know. My book is sick. Ivan, what chapter is that? That's Exodus of Saphius. The last chapter. That's the Exodus of Saphius. That's pretty much the scene. Remember the scene when Job was escorting Cassius and Suetonius when they arrive at the city? Yeah, a couple pages after that, you get that scene with Job and the stable, and they go to Eli's quarters. You must be Eli. Yeah, that's like a couple pages after that scene. Good, like 5 pages after that scene, whatever it is. I don't know, 4 or 5 pages after that scene, yeah. What about Father? What's wrong? Tell me, that man. That's not Exodus of Saphius. That's 2 chapters before. That's Tactius or Colonius, which is arguably the best chapter in Volume 2, you can argue. But the chapter is short. It's a short chapter. It's only like 11 pages. It's short. You know. 12-page chapter. It's not that long. What's your favorite chapter, Ivan? Exodus of Saphius is probably the best. Or you can argue Tactius or Colonius. You can even argue the Lithia chapter is better. The Lithia chapter is very interesting. The one I showed you when he's like, he may judge my horse. Keep it down. Remember you're from Cyrus. I'm saying, yeah. I'm really starting to get annoyed with this whole farmer thing. I know. Ha! You've only seen my castle. Yeah, Tactius is an arrogant prince. It's actually funny, yeah. Yeah. So Tactius hates being Colonius the farmer. Yeah, he hates being Colonius the farmer, but he has to play along to protect himself. Yeah. He has to play along to protect himself, yeah. Yeah, when Tactius, Sirius, and Papyri arrive at the entrance of Saphius, obviously, that's when Eli tells Tactius, you know what I'm saying? Like, your name Tactius cannot be used here. Your sword hide it. They can't know you're the Prince of Zanes. The Southerns don't like the Northerns, and you also have the wolves. You can draw the wolves here. Yeah, because Aratat knows Tactius' name is Tactius. He doesn't know what he looks like, but he knows his name is Tactius. So if he finds out there's a man Tactius in the south, Aratat can have him killed. That's why Tactius has to hide his identity to protect himself. It was for his own safety, obviously. Yeah. That's why I wrote a masterpiece. And hence, Colonius the farmer, right? Yeah. He's Colonius the farmer boy, yeah. He has to act as a Syrian. But I told you, Mary believes there's something off about Tactius. This Tactius doesn't look like a southern Syrian. He's cocky, he's charming with women, he's very charming, he's handsome. He looks like someone from the north, someone who's from the north. She's curious, obviously, Mary. I don't want to spoil stories, so I'm going to read the book. Obviously. Here's Ivan, he's on trial. They don't believe he's the Prince of Zanes. They don't believe the Prince of Zanes will ever come to the cursed south, huh? I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, you're looking at him out. He's on trial and they throw him in a dungeon. I'm like, yeah, Peter, I'm looking at him out. This is Lord of the Rings. Oh, he's Lord of the Rings. It's very Lord of the Rings, Peter. The Mazaries, yeah, my book is sick, man. Yeah, man. Will you be adding quite a bit? Yeah, for the trial, I'm going to add a lot of stuff to make it better. Because in the book, Tactius gets arrested in his chambers. When you read that chapter, like they interrogate him right there and then in his chambers. like imposter and Tactius and all. You know what I'm saying. Whereas in the movie, my idea is like while he's sleeping, they just grab him, and Sirius and Papyrus and Tactius like, what the heck is going on? Like what did I do? You know what I'm saying? And they put him on trial. He's in Eli's quarters. Eli has his blacksmith guards and everything. He's with Cornelius. And then they put him on trial, and Takis is found guilty, and they throw him in the dungeon. I'm gonna add that in the movie to be more interesting, obviously. Here's a guy, even have him on trial in the movie. That'd be better, yeah. We add something to make it more interesting. There's nothing wrong with making some changes and adding stuff, Peter, but don't make drastic changes. You're gonna piss the fan base off if you do that. Don't make drastic changes, Peter. The world loved my book. It's a beloved IP. Do not ruin the what. I don't know what you're ruining the story, Peter. Sometimes, or Mel Gibson, whoever I choose. Yeah. Look, here's Ivan. Seriously, you're looking at a masterpiece, man. Yeah, like Ivan, like all your volumes are gonna be masterpieces, man. Like it's gonna be tough to choose which is the best one. I know. Even Volume 1 will be amazing. Imagine you have the light behind the walls, you have the prologue with Tactius the First, and you have young Tactius when he's a kid. Obviously, that's interesting already. When he's a kid and he's older, you have the horse race, and then you know what I'm saying, and he leaves the walls. Like, yeah, because it's going to be tough to choose which volume is the best. All three of your volumes are going to be amazing movies, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings. So, I know, Peter, it's better than Lord of the Rings. It's better than Lord of the Rings, Peter. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, are you lying? Is your whole book content entertainment? No, guys, I'm not lying to you guys. My book is content entertainment. Okay, remember that scene when remember that scene when Takis is like Cassius can't sleep? Yeah, that scene's very entertaining. I showed you guys that scene. Well, right after that, you have the scene where they wake the people up. That scene's pretty interesting, obviously. I skipped that part. And after that, you have that meeting about the Exodus of Cyrus that I showed you guys. That scene's right after that scene. And then right after that scene, you have another entertaining scene when they're in the streets and the sectors. I won't spoil the story for you. And after that, you have the scene with the hostile crowd that I showed you. And that scene's very entertaining. Yeah, I remember this man. This is the man you locked in the dungeon, Eli. And his two friends, Phil and North, and Dean the same. Yeah. Imposter, thieves. So I said, I'm now sick, I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember this man. This is the imposter, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Eli's like, this man is no imposter. He is Sir Prince Tactius, son of royal blood. He is Sir Prince Tactius from the north, son of royal blood. I'm now sick, I know. Young man, does I speak the truth? Are you really the son from the north, the son of royal blood? The son of Tactius the First? And Tactius is like, I am. And when he says I am, the whole crowd, they have all these whispering, they're whispering, it cannot be. He really is the last prince, the son of Tactius the First? The stories, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, you're looking at our mouths, man, like, Jesus, I am. They're all shocked, yeah. This is Bro of the Rings, so I don't feel fair of the Rings. It's very Lord of the Rings, Peter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a masterpiece, man. It's a masterpiece, yeah. No, seriously, man, like, this is gonna be, like, better than my Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter, it's better than Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's funny, I'm saying. Give me a second, I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. I'll be back in a sec. Excuse me, we don't wait off alone. We're guys on the show. guys, I'm back. I'm supposed to get my fresh coffee. This tastes better than the last one because I made it. It's fresh brewed coffee. The other one was from the morning, but because I put cream on it, it still tastes pretty good, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now that I'm making Zanes for $2 million, I can put a good maybe 150 million towards the costumes, armor, weapons, and the mask. I can put maybe 60 million towards extras and a good 50 million towards set building. I can put it more money because I'm making for more money, right? And 400 million going towards visual effects. Yeah, special effects and visual effects. That way you give people on the budget. For $150 million, you can create the best masks in the business, the best armor and costumes and weapons for White Workshop. Yeah. White Workshop will be creating unheard of armor and weapons for my movie. Because I gave Peter an unlimited budget for the movie, yeah. That's why you'll see him when I interview him. Yeah, he has that smile on his face, Peter. He's happy. He's happy because I paid him his $1.4 billion deal, way more than what he made for the Hot Movies. I also gave him his freedom. Don't forget that. He's getting nice perks. He's a part of that worldwide buzz on me for the movie. He's excited for the movie. And I gave him an unlimited budget, man, to work with. Peter doesn't have to worry about running out of money. Peter can do whatever he wants to do for the battle scenes, for the horror, the demons and bats, for the world building the sets, for the weapons, for the armor, for the costumes, for the masks. Here's Ivan. We can create the best prosthetic mask in the business, Ivan, with that money. Yeah, $150 million going towards that. We can create the best mask. Yeah. So I don't want the prosthetic mask looking like his Lord of the Rings. No, something like that'll be an animal. It looks more updated. Yeah, here's the Ivan. That was in the 90s, man. Technology's gotten better. I know, Peter. Technology has gotten better since he did Lord of the Rings in the 90s, right? Pre-production in the 90s, yeah. And Peter has to help me with payroll, obviously, too, right? The actors in the group were signing first year. Yeah. Some Sarah? What are you eating for supper today, Ivan? I'm going to eat spring rolls. That's it. Have a good 4 or 5 spring rolls for supper. That's enough for me. I'm not going to eat anything else. Right now, I'm 263. I was like 259. At one point, I was 259. I was 266 a couple days ago, but I went down to 263 because I've been doing this fasting thing where I don't eat breakfast and dinner and lunch. I just eat dinner. Yeah, except for the days I work. Like for now, when I work at Dinty's, I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm only gonna eat my Dinty's. I'm no longer gonna eat my appetizer. I'll just eat my Dinty's food when I work at Dinty's. And the day tomorrow, I'm not gonna eat in the morning. I'm not gonna eat breakfast. I'm not gonna eat lunch. I'll just eat one plate of dinner. That's how I lose weight. Yeah, because I could hit probably 240, 235 by the end of the year, right? I just gotta be serious, obviously. Get my girlfriend, my first girlfriend in, I don't know, 30 something years. Yeah. I hope it's a chick I did these, but I don't see her anymore, so I don't know what's going on here, man. She used to work Tuesdays, and now she doesn't work. I don't see her anymore, yeah. 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 So that's why Peter Jackson wants a bigger chunk of the pie. Yeah, because he knows he's salivating over my brand, obviously. Yeah, he's salivating over my brand. He knows my brand is huge. It's bigger than even his Lord of the Rings. And he even if I give him 200 million for the merchandise profits, 200 million for the game profits, and 700 million for the movie profits, like it's a lot of money. He wants a bigger chunk of that. He's greedy. You might want three. All right, what about 300 million for the merch? And 300 million for the game. I'm like, Peter, you're getting greedy. I'm not going to pay that, man. You get 200 million for the merchandise profits and 200 million for the game profits, and you get your 700 million for the film profits. You're not getting more money, Peter. Stop being greedy. And if I make 20, I can give you 850 million. But I'm not going any higher than 850. Even if I make 30, 40 billion off the book, I highly doubt that. Peter, I'm not going. The highest I'm going to go for Peter is 850, because the moment you pay more than 850, he's ripping you off and he's duping you, man. Peter may be big, but he's not me and BJ. He's not as big as us. So I'm not going to overpay him and have him dupe me. I'm already overpaying him. I'm not going to overpay him and have him dupe me, man. Signing him's like a tubing or a deal. He's ripping you off, Ivan. Pay Peter a lot of money the way he's happy, but his agent gets greedy and wants more money. You got to be sure to Ivan and say, no, Peter, I'm not paying more money. This is more than what you made for your Lord of the Rings trilogy with New Line and your Hobbit trilogy with Warner Bros. And MGM and New Lines. I'm sorry. Because the Hobbit, you had a merge with MGM, Warner Bros, and you had 3 studios involved in the Hobbit: Warner Bros, New Line Cinema, and New Line ended up owning. Warner Bros ended up owning New Line Cinema when Peter worked on Lord of the Rings, and MGM I think was about to go bankrupt. Hence why there was a delay in the Hobbit, and it was not officially greenlit. And that's why Guillermo del Toro left. Because he's been working on the movie, and the movie hadn't been greenlit yet, and Peter had to take over as director. You had 3 studios involved in The Hobbit. You had Warner Bros., MGM. When you read the book, right? No, that's not in the book. But and New Line. Whereas Lord of the Rings was just one studio. It was New Line Cinema. But for The Hobbit, it was Warner Bros., New Line, and MGM involved in the Hobbit trilogy, obviously. For my Zane's movie, it's just Sky's Entertainment. Just like for Lord of the Rings, it was just New Line, right? For Zane's, it's Sky's Entertainment. You're gonna see the beautiful Sky's Entertainment logo before the movie starts. You know the beautiful New Line Cinema logo. Yeah, you see the Sky's Entertainment logo before the movie starts. Holy shit, man! Sky's is talking about better than Hollywood, man. Better copy than Hollywood. Yeah. Som säger. So Ivan, you don't want Eric to have full CGI? No. I want the actor wearing the mask, like that devil being, but it's a professional mask, like not like the ones in Lord of the Rings. Those are cheesy. No, like it's a professional mask, like that devil being animal. Except it's even better now because I'm putting 150 million towards all that, right? And so we can create the best mask in the business. And when the actor wears the mask, you're looking at a devil mask, and when you apply the visual effects towards it, you're looking at devils and demons. Visual effects and special effects towards it, they're devils and demons. And they look more natural. They don't look computery like Azog and the Hobbit, right? And Bolg his son, right? You know. Eritat will still be a horrific devil if you have full CGI, but he'll look more computery and cheesy. And I don't like that Azog look. I don't like the look of the orcs in the Hobbit. They look too computery and cheesy. You compare the orcs in Lord of the Rings to the ones in the Hobbit, you see a difference. The ones in Lord of the Rings look better. But the ones in Lord of the Rings do look a bit cheesy too. They look way too natural. I'm going to talk to Peter. I don't, even though I'm having the actors wear a prosthetic mask, I don't want them looking natural like the Lord of the Rings orcs. I want you to mix. Yeah, Ivan, you want to mix the practical effects with the visual effects and special effects? Yes, Peter. That's why I'm putting 400 but also towards visual effects and special effects towards the movie. That way they're devils. You mix it, and they look very amazing. They look a bit more natural. They don't look too computery like Azog and Bolg and his son in the Hobbit. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just go watch the Hobbit War and go watch Helm's Deep. You see a huge difference. The Helm's Deep War blows that war out of the water, right? It looks more natural, it looks more badass. Whereas the Hobbit War looks way, the Hobbit 3, the war looks way too computery. If you rent digital film IMAX cameras, Ivan, and you have Peter have full CGI towards the whirling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hence why I'm putting on money towards Zeppelin 2. That way the world looks more natural, like Lord of the Rings. But it also looks very amazing, like that Chromecast picture I showed you. Mix it. That way it has that natural feel, but it also looks very amazing. You need to mix both. Mixing both is important. Too much of the other is not good. If you rely heavily on practical effects, but you apply very little CGI, your world will look a bit cheesy, and it won't look as amazing. It looks way too natural. The movie won't be as good. If you rely heavily on CGI, your world will look very beautiful and amazing, but it'll look a bit computer because CGI is a computer technology software, right? That you gotta mix it. Special effects is all computer software, that you gotta mix it. That way you get the balance. Looks natural, but also looks very amazing. So, Peter's like, Ivan, yeah, Peter. If you have full CGI for the wolf arm and everything, you're gonna get something like that, like your Hobbit movie. I don't like that look. I don't like Peter for the war. It looks way too computer. I don't like that look, Peter. I like more of your Helm's Deep look. Except I don't want the orcs looking as natural as your Lord of the Rings movie. I don't want the wolves looking as natural as your Lord of the Rings movies, Peter. I want them looking amazing too, but you mix it with the practical effects. Okay, I see what you're saying. You tell me that the way it knows. So Ivan, you want something like my Helm's Deep? Yes, Peter. Something like your Helm's Deep. Yeah, Ivan. Because you put 400 all towards visual effects and special effects, you're looking at a war that'll blow my Helm's Deep out of the water. We only put like 35 million towards special effects and visual effects for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. Yeah. Sarah? Yeah. That's up to you. So Ivan, I can't wait for Lithia. Ivan, I know BJ. I'm excited too. Ivan, seriously, man, I love the character within your book. I can't wait to be a part of this movie, Ivan. I know. Ivan, we can fund the movie with our own cash. We're the boss. We don't have to go through any gatekeepers for the auditions, Ivan. We're the boss, Ivan. I know, BJ. Me and you are the boss, man. We're the fucking boss. Yeah, we're funding the movie with our own money, man. 2.1 also worth Zanes. We're the fucking boss, yeah. Oh my god, Ivan, like, I achieved my dream. I finally get to be an A-list actor with you. Yeah, VJ, no more shitty independent movies. You finally get to be in a big budget movie with me. And we get paid the big bucks for it. We sign that mail with Amazon. We make our billions off the movie. I know, our $8 billion off the movie. We signed a huge contract with Amazon. Yeah, a massive deal. Yeah. I can't wait to be a part of the Sky Source News Live and be featured on the magazines with you. And the promos and the commercials, I know, I'm excited too. Me and VJ are living the life, man. Featured on the magazines and everything, yeah. That's what she cries out. I want to be featured on the magazine. I want to be featured on a commercial with him. The Sky Source News promos with him. I want to travel with him. I want to sign that video with Amazon with him. I want his billions off his book. She's fucking crazy, VJ, yeah. Crazy woman. That's why she cries so hard. She got duped by the date. She's fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get a new chair next paycheck. Throw this one in the garbage. This one is broken. Yeah. They bought this chair from the thrift store like 15 years ago in 2010. Yeah. It's dirty, it's filthy. I'm gonna throw this chair in the garbage. Get a new chair. Yeah. Are you gonna get a new TV? No, the TV I bought like 13 years ago is still in good condition. I have a 2011 Samsung HD Samsung TV. It's still in good condition, man. That's why I did buy a TV last year, but that TV it didn't work. I thought my TV didn't work because every time I plugged in my Chromecast, the volume wasn't working. But I figured out it wasn't the problem with my TV. It was my Chromecast that wasn't working. And I remember my set parents told me, Ivan, you shouldn't throw your TV away. It could work. It might still work. And I figured out, yeah, it does work. It was my Chromecast that wasn't working, and I ended up returning the other TV, and I got my money back. Got my $200 something back. Yeah, I bought this TV for $500. Yeah, $500 back in 2011. It's a 2011 flat screen TV. Obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Will Zayas be the scariest movie ever made? Yes. It'll be the most horrific movie ever made because Eric and them are going to be devils and demons, man. Yeah, man. Peter Jackson was telling me, yeah, Ivan, if you put all this money towards the mask, the costumes in the mask, and you apply like $400 towards visual effects and special effects towards the horror, the wolves and bats, like you're looking at walking devils and demons, you're looking at literal devils and demons, something fucking scary. This is a revolutionization of horror. People tell me that. So real that some people who watch the movie might cry for you and the actors. Like when I'm in agony, some of you guys might cry. Like, please don't die, because Eric and them are devils and demons, are the most horrible beings ever made in movie history. That's why the movie will have crazy wide buzz. That's why I'm guaranteed I'm gonna go world touring for Zanus. The World's Read My Book. It's a masterpiece, and it's an Ivy Region movie. And Eric and them are devils. They saw the trailers. There's no way I'm not gonna go world touring. People are gonna want to interview me, Peter, and the actors, and BJ and all them. Right? Yeah. All over Canada, the States, Europe. It's crazy. Yeah, everyone else though, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 9. I'm not paying you 12. You're getting greedy, I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, if you thought John Boyega's performance in Star Wars was good, think of a performance 2, 3 times better now because I paid him more money than what he made for Star Wars. I heard John Boyega only made like his 300, 400K for Star Wars 1, Force Awakens, and he got a piece of the back end, I heard. Maybe like a million, million five of the back end. He got a little piece of the back end, John Boyega, and Daisy Ridley too, right? Yeah, John Boyega only made 400K for Force Awakens, and I believe for Last Jedi he made like his million, I think. 750K, 1 million, and for the third movie, for the ninth movie, Rise of Skywalker, he probably made his like 1.5 million for that. I'm paying way more than what he made for the Star Wars sequels. I'm also giving him better perks, obviously, and so work harder for me. You're looking at a honor of performance from John Boyega. He'll destroy the role of Tacitone as my sarcastic cousin. Yeah, John, people told John you gotta be sarcastic all the time. Yeah, okay. He's sarcastic in the movie and he destroys the role. Because I paid him the big bucks, man. He signed his mega like 20 million deal, man, a massive contract. He doesn't make that in Hollywood, yeah. Yeah. You want John Boyega to be bald in the as Tacitonius? No. I want him to have the hair that he had in Star Wars. Like his character when Finn, he has hair like that. But my idea is in the movie he has like a beard. He has a small little beard. That way he looks older. John Boyega is the same age. I'm older than John Boyega by a couple months. We're the same age. We're both born in '92. But to make John Boyega look a bit older than me, he has like this beard in the movie. You can tell Peter when John Boyega is older, put a beard on him. That way he looks more mature and older. Whereas I don't have a beard until Volume 3. So Volume 1 and Volume 2 guys do not put a beard on me. In Volume 3 I finally get my beard. Ivan, why do you get your beard in Volume 3? I won't spoil the story. As soon as you read Volume 3, I won't spoil the story. That's why I wrote a masterpiece, man. This is a masterpiece, yeah. Yeah. Here's Ivan, you grow a beard in Volume 3. I'm like, yeah, please, Ivan, like, you're looking at a masterpiece. This is one of the rings, so I know he's first of the rings. The masterpiece, I'm saying, yeah. Masterpiece, my story, Zane's story. man, that's why Zane's be a masterpiece, guys. You will see I'm here read my book. I wrote a masterpiece. Ivan, please write more books. No, guys. My dream is being a movie star VJ. It's not writing books. I only wrote Zane, so I have no choice. The gatekeepers locked all doors for me, man. That's why I wrote the book, man. Otherwise, I never would have wrote it, right? And the door's been open on me, I never would have wrote Zane's. Or maybe I might have wrote Zane's, I don't know. But I never would have wrote Zane's had the doors been open on me because I would have made my money, right? Because the gatekeepers locked all doors for me, I had to own an IP. I was already writing my book Zane's. I decided to write the book. That's why I wrote it. I had a blast writing it. Writing books is fun, obviously, especially when you know your story's sick. I had a blast writing Zane's, but being a famous author is not my dream. It's being a movie star VJ, that's my dream. Yeah. It's much cooler being a movie star than being a famous author, right? Being a famous movie star is much cooler than being a famous author. Yeah. VJ would tell me, Ivan, I don't want to write books. Writing books is a bit boring, Ivan. Like, let's be a movie star. Yeah, I'd rather be a movie star than write books. Yeah. But being a movie star is more work, and you get paid less money for it. Yeah. Yeah. And Zane's is a story that you shouldn't touch. In my opinion, Zane's is a story where you just leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's a story you shouldn't touch. Just leave it alone. Yeah. Leave it alone. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, when are you going to post that transformation video? When I hit like 240, 235, I'll post it. I'll have my younger stepbrother take a picture of me and I post it. Now, once I get down to 194, I should by next year get down to 194. I'll post my. I'll take a professional picture. Then I'll post it on YouTube, or I can post it on my Twitter. 'Cause I don't know how to do the YouTube thing anymore, man. The YouTube changed since I started my YouTube channel. Before I was able to make music and everything. Now you have to pay for beats and everything. Before I was able to make music, YouTube had the music option before. Now you can only upload videos. You need an editor in order to upload the music and everything. You have to have the editing software, but now you have to pay for all that stuff. Yeah, YouTube changed a lot. Remember when I made all that music, guys? Yeah. I don't know why I deleted that music. That was good music. I deleted it all. I should have kept the music right. That was good music. I'm pretty sure you guys save some of it on your phone, right? And you listen to it. Yeah, I guarantee VJ probably saves some of my music, my rap music, and she listens to it sometimes. Yeah, I'm saying I steer clear from the way his flirty feels. Remember that guy? Yeah, that was a sick song. I know. Yeah. So you're predicting Volume 2 will be the best. For the movie, I think they're all going to be just as equally as good. I think it'll be tough to choose which one's the best for the movies. But for the book, I think most fans will like Volume 2 the best. That's my prediction. Most of you fans will read my book, you're going to like Volume 2 the best. Because Volume 2, you can argue, has the best flow of the dialogue. It's very, very polished. Whereas Volume 2, it's great too, but the flow of the dialogue is a bit more stiff and raw in some sections when you read it. Most of it's top notch, but some sections of it, when you read it, it's a little stiff, it's a little raw. I even could have used an editor here. But because the scenes in Volume 3 blow your mind away and you have crazy, serious shit happening, you can also argue Volume 3 is better than Volume 2. That's why it's like a back and forth. But I personally like Volume 3 the best. You can argue Volume 2 is better. It just depends how the art hits you. Right? Art hits everyone different ways. And there's some fans on Fantasy Reddit who might even like Way of Kings and Lord of the Rings better than my book. I highly doubt it because Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings is a bit boring when you read it. I read Lord of the Rings. It's a bit boring when you read it. Amazing world building, amazing word choices, rich speech, but in language of the elves, but still a bit boring. The story's not as entertaining as my story. But some fans might like Lord of the Rings, Way of Kings, Wheel of Time, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter better. And if you like those books better, I understand. Those books are masterpieces too. Art hits everyone different ways. So, but be honest, man, when you read my book compared to those other books, what book stands out more? What fantasy book stands out more? Yeah, your book, Ivan. Yeah, my book's more entertaining when you read it. Masterpiece. Yeah, man. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, man. Masterpiece. So I'm saying? Yeah. So how much money you have to save? I only have to save like $2,000. They should give me a deal for about $2,000 to edit my book, because I'll tell them, look, my younger stepbrother already added Volume 1 to Volume 2. You still have to go over it for typos and everything, but he already added it. Because he added it, you should give me a deal for like no more than $2,000, man. I'm not gonna pay like $4,000 for editing. It'll cost me about $2,000, $2,000, $2,200, $2,300 around there to edit my book. That's why I gotta save the money. On my next paycheck, I should have $1,000 saved. Based off my calculations, yeah, $1,000 saved. Because now I only get 1 pack of smokes, and I get my these beers are $2.49 each. They're cheaper. Whereas before I used to get 2 pack of smokes and 6 beers. That's like $40. That's how my money got drained. Whereas one pack of smokes with these is like $20. So I saved $20. It's cheaper. That's how I'm able to save more of my money. Yeah. End of the year, I should have a good $4,000 or $5,000 saved. I can get my book proofread sometime next year. And design my cover, obviously. I'm looking at a beautiful cover for my book. Yeah. The mysterious cover? Yeah, something nice, man. That's why I say it's the best book ever written. And it'll be the best movie ever made when you watch it. Anyways, guys, there was a video. I talked for 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's good enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow morning. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to get a coffee, work on my book, go over my computer, work on my book. And I'll make my my video in the morning. This is Admir. I'm signing out. Peace, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video show from Ivan Amara. Peace out, guys. Don't hate them, son.